I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful glass earrings. They look a little bit like Mosaic kind of stained glass style, and it's actually made with a resin. So for this project we're going to need this 3D crystal lacquer. I'll put a link below on where to purchase it. We're going to need 20 gauge wire, a round form, pliers, and a whole bunch of little bits of sea glass, and I actually put these in a bag and hammered them to make them into little pieces. And so we'll take our wire and we're going to bend it at a right angle like that, and then make our round form. Twist it around and clip this end, and you want it to sit flat, so if you have to do a little kind of jog in there to make a little niche so it lies flat, you're going to test it by just pushing it down here to see that it lies flat. And we're going to put it on a piece of cellophane, and what you want to do first is actually pour some of the lacquer inside. So we'll put some lacquer inside the circle, not too much, just so it kind of goes to the end. You can get a little toothpick to spread it around. Don't worry if it goes beyond the outside, because that can be trimmed after, so put a little more if you need to, just to get it right to the edges. Like that. And once it goes to all the edges, it's going to go beyond it, don't worry about it. Then you're going to get your bits of glass and place them inside like that. If there are any pieces that are too big, you can remove them, because you want it to look fairly delicate, so we won't put any too big ones in there. And you can just go in. If it's easier, you can pick the pieces up with some pliers. Once you have enough glass pieces in there, you can add a little bit more lacquer on top, just to kind of cover it all up a little bit. And then you're going to let that dry overnight. And you can always clean up the edges a little bit with a Q-tip, just to take the extra bit out, and then let it dry overnight. So you should let these dry about 24 hours, and then you're just going to peel off the plastic like that. If it's still a little bit tacky, you can let them dry a little bit more like that before you put the beads on. And then you can just, with scissors or an X-Acto knife, just cut the extra little bit around the outside. But you don't want to cut it too much, because you want it to still be able to grip onto the wire. So you're going to go around and cut the extra bits off like that. Let it dry a little bit more if you have to, and then we're going to put the beads on. To finish the earrings, we're going to add some beads. So I have a 6mm faceted bead and a couple of 4mm beads. You don't have to put beads at the top, but if you want them to dangle down, you could do that. And then I'm going to bend it at a bit of an angle, like that. Take our larger round pliers, twist it around, and just make a complete turn. Clip the end, and then you can get your earring hook, open it up, slide that on. And just a little tip, if you find that you didn't put enough lacquer, you can actually put it back down on the plastic and put another coat of lacquer on top if you find that it looks a little thin. And there you have your beautiful faux stained glass earrings.